Welcome to my channel, Duckpotatoe's World. This is 2025 Vlogmas video day 0. So this is going to be my introductory video into the Vlogmas Advent season that I plan to do this year. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for joining me. Welcome back. Some of you may have done Advent with me in the past or watched some of my other videos, and I'm so happy that you have returned. If this is your first time watching, thank you for hanging out and giving me a chance. I hope that you are blessed by what we're going to be doing this year. So, let's see. Couple of housekeeping things. I am outdoors. It is a beautiful day. I think it's about 50 or 60 degrees today. Gorgeous. But there is a road behind me, so please excuse any cars that might be driving by. I apologize for road noise, but it was so pleasant out here. I thought this would be a pretty place to film my first video. Now, if you joined me for Vlogmas last year, this year will be similar, but a little different. I will be doing an Advent project, and I will have Advent yarn to show every day. Last year we read through the Gospel of Luke. This year I'm going to be reading this devotional called Son of God, Son of Man. This devotional was produced by my church back in 2020 or 2021. I have permission from my church to read this out loud with you guys this year. It was written by one of our pastors, David Atterbury, and it was a really wonderful Advent devotional for 2021, and I thought it would be really lovely to share it with you guys again this year. So this is what we will be reading. If you would like to read through the Gospel of Luke as well, that's always fun to do because there's 24 chapters in Luke. So you could still do that. But this is what I'm going to be reading for the videos this year. Son of God, Son of Man. And then I'm probably not going to be traveling to lots of different locations. Last year, I kind of took you guys with me all around my hometown and in different Christmassy parts of my house, and I think I went to my mom's over one weekend, so we filmed a video there. I'm not sure, I probably won't be in the same location for every Advent video, but I'm not going to do quite so much traveling. That was quite fun, but also quite a lot of work. So yeah, let me tell you about the yarn that I am going to be doing and the pattern. So last year I did the Hot Springs Fiber Company Advent calendar, and it came with a pattern. Unfortunately, I received news not that long ago that Hot Springs Fiber Company's Advent for this year had to be canceled. So if you were one of those folks who did pre-order your Advent, you'll need to get in contact with the shop. She should have already refunded your money, but if she hasn't, call the shop and make sure you get your refund, because that unfortunately isn't going to happen this year. Also, unfortunately, because I did not know until fairly recently, I did not have time to purchase another Advent. And you may be in the same boat if you did not know about that either. So what I did was I did the reduce, reuse, and recycle. I was well taught. If you're a child of the 90s, you'll recognize that phrase. And I just went through my own stash, and I found 20-gram mini skeins or leftovers, and I created my own Advent calendar out of my stash. So I went ahead and put it in the same box that I had for my Advent calendar last year, because I just kept it because I'm a pack rat. And I went ahead and wound up all the little hanks and stuck them in the little baggies and labeled them with the day. So every day I will be opening up yarn to show off. If I know the dyer or the kind of yarn, I'll let you know. Some of it I might not remember. Mostly I have 20-gram skeins, little mini hanks. They may range from 20 to 30 grams. If I had a little extra, I didn't like cut out 10 grams. I just left it. But I'm going to be doing, for my pattern, I'm going to be doing the Intangential 2025 Mystery Knit Along Advent with Renee Strouts, I believe is the designer's name. So I'm very excited. I saw that she has done 2 Advent knit-alongs over the last couple of years, and both of the previous year's designs were really neat. So I'm excited to do her Advent pattern this year with my scrap stash Advent calendar that I made myself. Now you can do 20, she has both a 20 gram mini skein version of that Advent calendar and a 10 gram. So if you were interested in joining and you wanted to use your own scraps or stash, you have a choice of the 20-gram version or the 10-gram version. So you would need 24 mini skeins. You can choose all different colors, or if you have whole hanks of yarn you want to use, you could break them up and do that too. That would work also. It should be a really fun knit along, and I'm excited to do it and share it with you guys. I debated how I wanted to do my scrap one. I finally set out all my colors and picked an order. Her information on the pre-Advent information for the pattern is that it's not really made for a gradient, but if you were to use a gradient, it would keep your colors kind of in order. So I decided to go ahead and order my colors in a way that I found appealing instead of doing it random. But she also says that it's a scrap friendly project, so you could probably do random, because I thought about just putting all my yarn in bags, mixing them all up, and letting my boys tie the numbers on them so they would really be random. Maybe I'll try that next year. I wasn't feeling quite that brave this year. It's already brave of me to do a mystery knit along, because I don't know why, but mystery knit alongs don't really appeal to me. I kind of like to know what I'm doing, where I'm going. But this one was a little less intimidating since I'm using yarn that I already had lying around. I didn't have to buy anything new. I didn't spend a lot of money on an advent calendar. It's all just scrap stuff and mini hanks that I had just lying around. That made some of it a little less scary. I don't feel like I've invested too much time or money into it. So that was good. But yeah, so that's the yarn part. I told you about that devotional part. And then the other fun thing, I will be using my bag. This bag came in an Advent that my husband bought me back in 2018. It was the December 25th, had like a bonus gift after you finish the Advent. And this was it. I didn't actually knit a pattern with that Advent. I just enjoyed opening the yarns. So I think 7 of the mini hanks in my scrap Advent calendar this year are actually leftovers from that 2018 Advent calendar. So I'm going to keep my project in my Christmas bag here. And then last year, a couple of friends, young women in our church, started a paper business called Trellis Paper Company, and they did a giveaway. And I won the Advent calendar, but I didn't open it last year because it was already started in December. So I'm going to be opening my Trellis Paper Company Advent calendar as well with you guys. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, oh, one thing I want to make sure I tell you too is if you would like to join me in this, the Mystery Knit Along 2025 Advent called Intangential, it's available for free on Ravelry all the way until November 30th. So if you get on Ravelry, you'll need to be logged into your Ravelry account when you get the pattern, because the original pattern that you'll get like today is just the day 0 preparatory information, and then she'll update the pattern every day with that day's section. So you want to make sure that you're actually logged into Ravelry when you get the pattern so that you get the updates. But yeah, you guys can there's a coupon code in the description of the pattern on Ravelry. I will leave a link in the description box down below for you, so you guys can get the pattern for free as well before November 30th. So today's the 28th. This is the day after Thanksgiving. For me, this is my first day of Christmas. In fact, my kids, I hope, are at home decorating my house for Christmas. My birthday was actually yesterday. And every year for my birthday, the thing that I always tell them I want is I want them to decorate the house for Christmas for me, because I love to have it decorated. I'm not really crazy about doing the decorating. So hopefully my boys are hot at work taking care of that for me today. But yeah, go download your Advent pattern from Renee Strouts called Intangential if you want to do that with me. If you have a different Advent calendar or a different pattern that you're doing, totally fine. Still join us for the devotional. Go ahead and knit your own version or crochet your own version. Totally fine. You can still hang out with us. We'd love to have you. And then if you are using social media, you can find me on all the social media things as Mrs. Duckpotato. That's my Ravelry, that's my Instagram. You can and my YouTube. You can find me in Facebook as Katie Brohard, or Goodreads as Katie Brohard if you're wanting to find me there. But we're going to use the hashtag DPW, Duck Potatoes World, Advent 2025. So DPWAdvent2025, that's going to be our hashtag. So if you're working on this project or any Advent project or any Christmas project, you can use that hashtag, and then we'll be able to see each other's progress. So yeah, I'm planning to get every video out. Last year, I think I got most of the videos dropped at like 6 a.m. that morning. I filmed like the day before. I am not certain if I will get it quite that early. That is my goal. I'm having a little bit I had some wiggle room last year because I had the pattern and the Advent calendar in advance. So I could film a few days at a time, like in advance. That way if I got busy and missed a day, you guys would never know the difference. But this year I don't have any advance pattern, so I will have to wait for the pattern to come out to do the filming. So if the schedule is not quite as consistent as last year, I apologize, but I will do my best to make sure you get a video every day. I definitely want to make sure you get your devotion every day, so that's important to me, and I'm really, really excited about our Christmas devotion this year. So I will see you guys on December 1st. Make today beautiful.